So when I committed my life to Christ, my whole life changed. And, the misconception that I feel like a lot of people have is that it's easy. It's easy to do, right? Like, yeah, it's easy to just say, okay, I'm going to follow Jesus. But it's really not, because if you're not giving your full effort in it, it almost strays you away more. And you can honestly apply that to any areas in life. Being an athlete, if I'm trying to be the best in the world and I'm 1 foot in and 1 foot out, it kind of strays you away, because you're not doing everything right, and you're just not enjoying it as much. And I think that's kind of where my journey is I was kind of for a while on the fence. Like, maybe I was committed for like 2 or 3 months, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna kind of do my own thing. And then every time I just felt like the Lord was just roping me back in. He's like, no, this is the path I'm trying to put you on. And I'm like, all right. And I jump back on, and I'm like, man, like, I don't know. And then it's crazy when I look back on, how I've changed and just how God has worked for me, and, the people I've met along the way. And that's kind of back to that community sense. But the people I've met, the people that are put in my life, and how the doors have opened for me has just been incredible. Like, I had a great FCA group at Virginia Tech, where I graduated from. And, again, even with them, I was still, kind of on the fence. And it wasn't until I met who's an assistant coach. He was my assistant coach, and one of my great friends is Frank Molinaro. And he kind of really, put me on the path, and I felt like we met for a reason. And, he's halfway, or not halfway, he is across the country. He's living in sunny Arizona right now, but we're still in touch. And I always tell him I'm so thankful for him for kind of leading me on the path. Him, Brooks Wilding stands out to me, who is my teammate at Virginia Tech, and Isaiah Mead, and those guys have really helped me. And it wasn't easy. I'm from Jersey, so I got a little attitude and a little I don't know, but just when I started committing because of those guys, they led me on the path. They couldn't commit for me, all right? I had to make the jump. And it's just crazy how everything worked out. And it was actually my sophomore year that I met Coach Slay. And it was because of Frank. He had just moved in, and we went up to go train together. And, I guess I got on Coach Slay's radar, or however it happened, right? You could say, right? God brought me to him, and I truly believe that, because I'm in the position I am now. But just how much has changed over the past year for me is, I was in a really dark place after last March. I'm sure everyone that was a senior in college. We work for 22, 23 years of our lives to just kind of have it taken out from us the week before the pinnacle of our college season, right? And I was struggling that year, just with weight and other things, and just kind of the college lifestyle. And I was pretty down in the dumps, to say the least. I was kind of feeling sorry for myself, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do after. I was in rough shape. I didn't know if wrestling was going to be a part of me, and my faith honestly started lacking a little. And I just knew that, I had to dive back I had to fully commit to Christ. It was 100% fully commit. There isn't going to be halfway in, halfway out. And, it got my life kind of back on track, where I wasn't doing the things should have been doing to be the best in the world, but I also wasn't doing the things as a Christian that I should be doing. So I just kind of once Coach Slay reached out to me, and, I was just why do you even want me? I started struggling last season, and I was just not about wrestling anymore. And I was just I don't know what I want to do, right? I don't know what I want to do, but I knew, because when Coach Slay was reaching out to me, it was more than wrestling. Where I was he was talking about his faith aspect, just everything else we do in the community, serving others. And that just stuck out to me. I knew I was going to be in a great place for wrestling, but it was just the fact that, you know, there was more to wrestling. And I thought I really needed that. You know, if wrestling didn't work out for me, like I needed to be around people that cared about me more than a wrestler. So I just think God just put it on my heart. And, you know, obviously, like I knew the position I was going to get into wrestling, right? The wrestling was going to be great, but it had to be more than that. And it's just crazy to look back about, you know, one of my darkest times last year led me to, you know, the brightest light, right? And I'm here. I'm at the PRTC with just a bunch of great guys. And it's just, you know, when I look back on it, it's crazy what God can do in your life.